Hey everybody, I hope that you are enjoying the Maker Faire content. There is more on the way, but before I get to that, I have some housekeeping items that I want to talk about around that. It is super surprising to me that 2 days at Maker Faire and what was planned to be just 2 videos has blossomed into what is now 4 videos, 3 of which you saw last week, and was supposed to have just been 1 video, but was too much, and I had to break it into 3 videos. And I haven't even started editing what was going to be video number 2, is now video number 4. I don't know if it will be video number 4 or video number 4 and 5. We'll see what happens with that. And despite the fact that I left Maker Faire on Saturday and I thought, yeah, I've seen everything that I want to see, but as more videos are coming out and as I'm seeing more content from people who were there, I'm going, wait a second, I missed that and I missed that and I missed that, and I spent too much time in areas 2 and 3. I should have gone out and seen what was going on elsewhere. And I don't regret the time that I spent there, and I felt like I was moving constantly, but I just didn't get out enough. And so for me, it's been really good to use these videos to really fill in the blanks for Maker Faire for me, which is why I've created a playlist, boop, card right there that you can watch that on. That playlist has all of my videos, but it also has the videos from everybody else who's releasing videos from Maker Faire. And you can really get a sense and a feel of Maker Faire just by running through that playlist. And if you don't run through the whole playlist, I recommend you scroll to the bottom. There are 2 very important videos that I want you guys to check out. The first one is from Wesley, Maker of Things, where he had a touching message about how the maker community is so wonderfully inclusive, and he's right. There's a lot of us in the maker community who are just awkward, and yet nobody cares about that. And the funny thing about being one of these awkward people is that nobody tells you that you're awkward, and you just kind of spend your life not knowing why people don't want to hang out with you. And it's probably because people don't know what to do with awkward people. Anyways, I don't mean to go off on this. Wesley, his video is better than this, so go ahead and check him out. And then of course there is the Sunday sermon by the Venerable Adam Savage, and of course you need to watch that, where he talks about sharing and the importance of sharing in the community. And I don't want to distract from either one of those messages, but I do want to add my own message about Maker Faire. And that is that the point of Maker Faire is to encourage you to make something, to be a maker, and that you really should set aside the time and make that hobby. And even if it's something small or it's something big, it doesn't have to be big. And you'll see more of that in the next video or videos coming from Maker Faire. But I want to encourage you to make something, to do something, to do a project that you've never done before. Make a chess set, make a toy, a game, make something useful. And it doesn't have to be 3D printed, it could be sewn, it could be electronics, it could be whatever has caught your interest, whatever you saw. And in the next couple of videos, maybe there'll be some projects that will inspire you. And that, to me, is the message of Maker Faire, is you should make something. Now, I want to thank everybody who spotted me at Maker Faire and called me out and said, hey, you're the 3D printing professor. And everybody who did that got to pull from a little swag bag that I brought. At Maker Faire, I was wearing my 3D printed tie, and it was kind of funny to see people react to me at Maker Faire, because you could tell that they would look at me and they would go, first of all, they would say, that dude is way overdressed for Maker Faire. Here I am among a bunch of people with t-shirts and blue jeans, and I'm wearing a tie. And then about halfway through the conversation with them, they would oftentimes, mid-sentence, interrupt themselves and say, wait a second, is that tie 3D printed? And it caught so many people off guard, because it's a super subtle thing. And it's kind of inspired what's going to be my next project. I hope to get done before Maker Faire next year. I want to make more wearable 3D printed items, functional, but also, you know, maybe a little bit fun. So What's in the swag bag? Well, in the swag bag, I had some stickers. I also had some low poly dinosaurs, which everybody took those. Those are gone except for the couple that I kept for myself here. And the low poly dino Kickstarter has a start date. We are in countdown mode until that launches. And yes, I've kind of been shoehorning that into my last couple of videos. I hope that you'll forgive me, but I really want to start generating some hype around this because I want this Kickstarter to take off, and it will mean better videos in the future. And I had somebody at Maker Faire say, yeah, well, I'm rooting for you because you're the little guy. Well, I don't want to be the little guy anymore. I want to play with the big boys. Yeah, you know what I mean. I want to up my quality. I want to take it to the next level. And so the low poly dino Kickstarter is just an extensive reason for making that happen. So I hope you're planning on backing me, and there will be a link to the mailing list that will announce it in the description. But also in the bag were a bunch of maker coins, and these are my 3D printing professor maker coins, and each one of these were kind of, I strive to make each one of these out of something interesting. So if somebody pulled out one of these plain white ones, I would go, oh hey, that one glows in the dark because it was made out of glow in the dark ABS. Or if they pulled out one of these shiny blue ones, I would say, oh yeah, this is one of my first experiments with Pet G, because it was. And I'm still not in love with Pet G, but I made some maker coins out of it. This one is made out of some flexible filament. It's Polyflex. It's not super, oops, never mind. It's not rubbery. Okay, this one was just red PLA, but this one made it home with me. And then there were glitter filament ones, and there were granite filament ones, and those are all gone. But you know, I had so much fun playing with different filaments that I used those filaments also to print a bunch of supporter tiles. So let's read out the supporter tiles that are now going to be added in the glow-in-the-dark white ABS. We have Stephen Knaus, Mortimer Tremblay, Alan, and Scott Beasley. Thank you very much for your support. In the glow-in-the-dark blue, I have Phil Sanders here in the middle. In the glittery filament, I've got Pattern to Print and Paul Harris. I apologize if I mispronounced anybody's name. And then in the granite filament with little black and white specks that somehow don't mix while it's printing. I don't know how they do it. It is voodoo, but I love it. We have another one for Mortimer Tremblay. Mortimer, you got two because I couldn't throw away either one of these. Glow in the dark or granite, I had to keep them both. So oops, I accidentally printed yours twice and you get two of them. Enjoy it. Jeff Alfred, Will Owsley, and here's one that I'm probably going to mispronounce, Uwe Zimmerman. So thank you guys all for your support, and I'm going to take these and get them on the supporter tile wall, which I love doing because it's like building puzzles. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. I want to thank my Patreon backers, all my Patreon backers. You guys are keeping me afloat month after month, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank you guys for enjoying the Maker Faire content. I know that the camera was really shaky and the audio was not as bad. Actually, the audio was okay, but the video was hard to watch. And so for you guys putting up with that, every view on that, I appreciate. But if you don't just watch my videos, be sure to hit the cards and hit the playlist. And you can skip through the videos that you don't want to watch, but you know, spend a little bit of time either being at Maker Faire or remembering Maker Faire through these videos. It is a great experience and one that I definitely want to do again. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the videos coming up. And as always, remember, safety first. I'll see you next time.